Hey y'all. All right, so today I want to talk about personal injury cases and why a lot of people don't get anything back. And I'm speaking to, okay, a lot of the times when I speak, it's not that I'm not speaking to people that aren't black. That's not what I'm saying. But black folk, we tend not to understand the way things go. We tend not to read things, and we tend not to understand the ramifications of our actions in the legal system. For whatever reason, we can call it slavery, we can call it whatever. I'm not really going to be on that soapbox today. White folk tend to understand that. So I can be speaking to some of them who don't understand it, but many of them do. They read their documents. What they don't understand, they ask an attorney, and they more than likely rely on that attorney's information. Black folk like to just sign the dotted line, not read, and not understand the ramifications of actions until later on. So I'm talking to my people right now, but I'm talking to whoever doesn't understand the way things go. Many of the times, people don't realize that whatever your settlement number is in a personal injury or contingency lawsuit or case is not what you get in your pocket, okay? The attorney has to be paid, your fees have to be paid, the doctors have to be paid. Then you walk away basically with what's left. That's how it goes. And so when these numbers are being given to you by your attorney or by the insurance carrier, you have to wonder and think and look at the number with respect to what is owed on your case. Okay? If you have $30,000 worth of medical bills and you file this against your insurance and there is an $18,000 lien, is it smart for you to settle for $15,000? No, it's not. Because what's going to happen is if you have an attorney, that person's going to take their 1/3 or their 40%, depending on whether the litigation has been filed. They're going to take their court fees and their costs, their money that they put into the lawsuit. Okay. And then with what's left, they've got to divvy that out amongst the doctors. Okay. So if there's an $18,000 lien, yes, we will be able to get that lien lowered, but not probably the amount that you need to walk away with anything or what you think you're getting back. So just because you hear a big number, it doesn't mean that's what's going into your pocket. You need to understand what's going into your pocket. And so what happens a lot of the times is I will tell my clients that I don't think that they should settle a case for a specific amount because I believe the lien is high and I can see that they're money hungry and they won't be happy in the end. They tend to get upset with me. And I tell them, you can settle the case. You are in control of settling this case. But I'm looking at the medical lien on the case. I'm looking at the bills on the case, and it's far outweighing, or it's probably coming close to your settlement amount. So I may not agree with settling the case, but I work for you. I'm going to do what you tell me to. But before I do that, I'm going to make you sign a piece of paper, a document that says that you're going against my advice. I'm not mad at you. I don't care. It isn't personal. I'm making you sign that paperwork because when it all comes down to it and you settle your case for whatever you settle your case for and you hear a double-digit number, but you only get peanuts back in your pocket, you're not going to come back and say that I didn't tell you better, because that's what happens a lot of the times. Clients are greedy. And they're impatient and they hear a number and they're like, no, just settle, hurry up, settle for that. That's good. I don't care. I'm sick of this. It's been taking too long. Okay. And you settle for it as an attorney. And once you start to peel the settlement apart and pay people, there's not much left for the client. Then they're upset. I make sure that doesn't happen to my clients or myself. And the way that I do that is by letting them know that, look, this is what it's looking like for you. I can't tell you 100% because I'm not done negotiating the liens, because I can't negotiate the liens until we settle. But this is what we're looking at. Okay. They tend to get mad when they hear that number and they say, you're just being rude and you don't want me to settle. I don't care if you settle or not. An attorney never cares if you sell or not. The reason why we don't care if you sell or not is because we're getting our money off the top. We gonna get paid. We're going to get paid. So we have no reason to lie to you. We have no reason to push a case if you don't want it pushed. We have no reason to not sell a case. We just don't have a reason to do that. And then a lot of the times we don't have a reason to settle the case. It's either because we know you're going to be mad in the end. So we're just going to do what you tell us to do, but we're going to advise you along the way. Y'all need to pay attention because I am so tired of people. And it's mainly black folks not understanding that. It's common sense. Look at your contract. You signed it, understand it. And it behooves me that when I start to explain to the clients, this is the breakdown, then they're like, can you give me my contract? And I ain't gonna say it's just blacks. It's browns too. It's only the blacks and browns. And I'm just saying that's just with my experience. All my white clients, they're like, oh, I definitely understand. I already know that, Miss Booker. I realize that. Can you push a little bit more and I'll settle at this amount? Because if you settle at this amount, can you probably work the lien down to this? And I'll be okay with that. I know it's not much or blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, wow, I'm making out like a bandit because I'm ready to fight the fight. I'll sit in here. I'll fight until, we reach a point that I feel is good. And I have no problem waiting on my money. Black folk, we like to count chickens before they hatch. We got too many irons in the fire. And we count money before it's in our pocket. So we have a need for it before we should. And that is what messing us up when it comes to personal injury cases. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us can get way more money on our personal injury cases than we're getting. We're selling for peanuts because we're pressed for money. Personal injury cases are not looked at as funds for you to pay your bills with. That's not what they're for. Personal injury cases are to reimburse you and compensate and give you compensation for your injuries, okay? So it's not about, oh, my house is going into foreclosure, I need you to settle this case. That's kind of not the way you should think of things. If you do, you're probably going to shortchange yourself and be mad in the end, or be mad at your attorney when they try to tell you what you're doing is not a very good thing, but I'll go ahead and do it. And then you want the attorney to lower their fees, to do all these things for you because you decided to go against their advice. And if they don't want to do it, then you're pissed off. Okay. And I make you sign off. I've had clients say, I'm not signing off. Okay, well, if you don't want to sign off on the fact that I'm telling you not to settle, you want to settle, out of all of this money that you're selling, that you're only going to get back probably this much, and you've told me that you want back this much, and this doesn't sound like what you told me you wanted before. Can you just sign this dotted line and say that I did let you know that a lot of your money will probably be eaten up in fees, everything will be fine, then we're good. Black folks, I ain't signing nothing. Ain't nobody never told me I had to sign that. I ain't never had to sign no paperwork saying I want to go against the attorney's advice. Well, then I don't know what type of attorney's office you've been dealing with, because it doesn't matter whether it's a criminal case, a family matter, a civil matter. If you go against your attorney's advice, we're supposed to get you to sign a piece of paper saying that you're going against our advice, and you understand that by going against our advice, bad things may happen to you. The bad things that we already warned you about. That way, when the bad shit happens, you can't go to the bar on our black asses. That's the point. On my black ass, because that's the point of the paper. Okay. And so when I have clients that don't want to sign the paper, I end up probably dropping that person, probably getting rid of that person, because you're not following the rules of my office. If you want to step out on a limb and do what the hell you want to do, and you know that it may not be the best thing for you, sign by the dotted line saying that and go do it. It's funny when people don't want to sign by the dotted line, but they want to preach. Don't preach to me. Preach to the piece of paper. Sign right here saying that I don't think that this is a good amount, but you want to take it anyways. You understand that the doctors may get a lot of your money, even if I'm able to break the lien down to a third of what it is, or to half of what it is, or to 60% of what it is. And you don't have a problem with that. Sign by the dotted line. Everybody's happy. I go settle the case. I give you your money and we're good. But you cannot refuse to follow an attorney's advice and then think that you're going to run that attorney's office and not sign paperwork. It doesn't work like that, black folk. And that's why I want to do this today, because I am tired, and it's only the black people in my office. I hate to say that. And then they, like I said, they all said the same thing. Can I see my contract? How in the hell do you need your contract today? So you have been working with an attorney and didn't have your copy of the contract? You've been working with an attorney and didn't understand that contract? Because you signed a contract, you didn't understand the ramifications, you didn't read all of it. What does that say? Do you know what that tells an attorney? You don't listen, you don't pay attention, and you make decisions upon a whim. It's a red flag. It's a huge red flag. So guys, when you guys are selling personal injury cases, number one, they are not income. That is not what a personal injury case is. I'm tired of y'all getting in car wrecks to try to pay your bills. That's not what the hell it's for. Number one. Number two, if you're going to be a crash dummy, you better get paid for it. I got friends that are stunt doubles. They're stunt doubles. They get paid very well for that shit. They're in California living on hills and shit. If you gonna be a stunt double, somebody better be paying your ass, because I promise you, all of them injuries that you're causing playing games, you gonna be broke the fuck up when you get old. And you gonna and settling cases for bullshit so you can just get a quick dollar. That's dumb, because you're going to be stuck with all them injuries in the end. And when you 60, 50, and you're feeling it, remember, you got $3,000 for that shit, so be happy. Okay? So I just wanted to come and let you guys know that y'all need to be paying attention when you're settling cases, because honestly, personal injury cases are very lucrative. They're extremely lucrative. They are bread and butter for my office, especially on 6-figure cases. But it does you no good. It does you no good to go through all of that and then settle the case for peanuts, or settle the case in a way that is not best for yourself. You need to look out for yourself, and more than likely your attorney is looking out for you. If you have an attorney that settles your case for less than meds and doesn't have don't have nothing to tell you about it, they don't care about you, and they're in it for what they're going to get. They don't care anything about you. If they're selling your case all quick, they don't care, more than likely. Now, there are very few cases, there are a few cases where people offer all the money on the front end, but that really doesn't happen, because at the end of the day, insurance companies are here to make money. That's what they're here for. So they wouldn't make money settling with people for what the case is worth at the beginning. A lot of times, you have to go to litigation sometimes to get your proper amount. You just do. Not always, but much of the time. When you're dealing with certain insurance companies, which I can give a list to people who ask me, you pretty much are going to have to sue these people to get the money. They make their money based on the fact that they don't settle cases. Not for good amounts. Pre-lit. And they know it's black folks out there and greedy folks out there that'll take peanuts. So that's all they offer until the litigation hits. So be mindful. And much of the time, all you need to do is stick it out and you'll get your proper amount. But again, if you don't want to stick it out, that's not a problem. Pay attention to what is owed on your case, though. You don't want to sit up here and go through all of what you went through, and then you're getting back $2,000, $1,000 in your pocket off of a double-digit case. I don't think that makes much sense. Okay? And then a lot of the times people will be like, my attorney screwed me. Your attorney did not screw you. You screwed your attorney because you wouldn't fight your case. Worried about whatever phone bill you have, and you need to move. Okay? I just thought I'd put it out there. Hey. Good things come to those who wait. Get mad, I don't give a damn. And then you have the alternative client. The client that gets into some shit and says they want $1 million. So they're going to push their case too far. You've gotten good offers on their case, and they want money that just is not there. That happens as well. So look at your attorneys for a guide. If you want to, let another office look over your case. You always can do that, because I don't know how to put it, but if your attorney is successful, they're successful for a reason. They're not successful because they don't know what the hell they're doing. You can look at people and tell when they're not good in their trade because they don't look good in their trade. And it's just that simple. Okay? You can't get mad at people for telling your ass the truth because it doesn't go with what you think. That's not the point of things. The point of things is to get you a good result, not to be your damn friend. Okay? And I need y'all to get on my we're going to expound and expand on that. I also will be posting some videos this week in African diaspora that are going to expand on this a little bit better in a more intellectual manner. But I just want to do something quick and surface for all of y'all out here with these personal injury cases, and it's Corona, and so you need to be back at work because the government has opened everything back up. But y'all know you're just draining unemployment and shit and sitting your asses at home. So you're looking for all ways to get paid, including these lawsuits that y'all asked and started, or car wrecks you done got into before Corona, and that's just not the way it works. It's not the way it works. And if you think that's the way it works, what kind of hustler are you? What kind of hustler are you? Not a good one. Not a good one. And I can guarantee you, if you that type of person, I look to your left, look to your right, I see how you living, baby. Bills ain't paid. You don't have the best of anything that you could be having in your life because you don't know how to be patient and you don't know how to put forth effort. All you care about is a quick dollar, and you look like a quick dollar. So if that behooves you, then let it behoove you. And then there are other people, like I said, out there that think they're worth what they're not worth, honey. If everybody is telling you you're not worth that, baby, your case ain't worth that. Just get over it. It's not a big deal. It's just what it is. Okay? It is what it is. Attorneys don't have a reason in personal injury cases, not the good ones, to lie to you. It's our money that we invest in. Y'all talk shit like y'all paying for the shit. You ain't paying for shit. We're paying for it. It's coming out of our pockets. We have no reason to lie. Okay? No reason to lie when you're footing the bill. And black folks forget that. Y'all forget that we paying for this shit. Your attorney is paying for this. You ain't paying for shit until your money come back. Okay? And if you mess the case up and no dollar is gained, then we're stuck with bills. So we know what the hell we're doing, and we're going to tell you to do what's right. Talking shit. I pay you, so do what I pay you to do. Baby, on a contingency case, you ain't paid shit. Okay? SHI, you ain't paid nothing. And that's what you don't get. Happy Monday.